For today's vocabulary, this is about the AT&T, Time Warner, and all of the different media companies that are trying to merge. So let's go to page 2, number 1. Number 1, to sniff around is like you're trying to maybe investigate or to try and get some information, trying to pry into something or snoop into something. Sniff around, if you imagine a dog trying to just kind of look for something, it uses its nose. So that's how you can imagine the word being used. He sniffed around and found some evidence. Now, sometimes the word sniff around can kind of sound a little bit creepy. Why are you sniffing around my stuff? It's like, why are you trying to get into my things? So it can sound a little bit creepy, actually. Number 2, disrupt. To disrupt is you take like the normal order of things and you just completely interrupt it, throw it into confusion and disorder. You make a little chaos out of it. Nowadays, everybody's talking about digital disruption. But you can be disrupted whenever you're speaking. If I was speaking and suddenly Young Suk was like, wait, Brian, then she disrupted me. Not that you did that. Number 3, to cut something out of the equation or cut someone out of the equation. So when you think of an equation, like a math equation, you have to have different variables in that equation that help come to the solution for the equation, right? So that creates the whole. Now, we use this as a metaphor, so that if, let's say, for example, in the workplace, you have somebody that causes some disruption, somebody that's very maybe unprofessional, or they misrepresent the company, or they do something that is quite bad. What you want to do is you want to cut them out of the equation. You want to cut that person out of the equation. You want to remove that person. You can also remove something from a situation as well. So let's say if there's a product for sale, and then after some research, people find out that there's something in that product that is poisonous. So they want to cut that part out of the equation. Like they want to remove that from the product. Number 4, to gobble up. So normally when I think of gobbling up, I think of like to eat something up, right? You're just trying to eat a lot, eat as much as possible, consume, and it's really about consuming as much as possible. So in this sense, in this particular video, they're talking about to get as much as possible, to buy up or take as much as they can. Number 5, tantalizing, is about, so normally when I hear the word tantalizing, I think of when people talk about food, like, their favorite food or favorite restaurant or recipe. And what it is something that's tantalizing is like irresistible. Like, you cannot say no to it, or it makes you want more. So if you think about your favorite food at your favorite restaurant that you have to go to like every week or every month or something, and then you try to describe it to your friends, you might say, oh, they have this tantalizing sauce or something. It's something that I can't resist. You can say that there's a tantalizing offer, like a sale. Like you hear about a sale, it's at Costco or something, and then you're just like, wow, I can't believe that's such a tantalizing offer. I had to go and buy it. And last, number 6, the fray or a fray. So fray normally means like a very tough situation, an intense situation, competition, fight, argument. It's not an easy thing, right? So often we say that people are going to jump into the fray, or have jumped into the fray, or get into the fray, or got into the fray. And what it is if you imagine, especially like a really, a really kind of polarized political season, if there's like a presidential campaign, and people are just really, really, critical about everything and pointing fingers everywhere and blaming each other, and it gets really bad. And then somebody who was trying to avoid getting into the politics and saying anything, sometimes they say, okay, I can't stay silent anymore, I'm going to jump in the fray, like meaning I'm going to enter into this big tough political debate. So that's how you would use the word fray, and that's our vocabulary.